Good morning everyone and Happy New Year. It is January on the farm. Very moody sunrise. Got up at 8 o'clock today, so we'd have a little bit of a lie-in, celebrate. Got a bit of a fuzzy head from the celebrations last night. Let's see, we got 8 grand in our bank, 8,836, which is nice. We got the money from the contract, cultivating that field, which didn't actually take a huge amount of time, only about 45 minutes. So I think that estimator is based on what equipment we've got. We've had a load of costs come out, so we ended the day with about 400 and something yesterday. Well, last episode. We've had all our running costs for the farm go out, all our leases, which I probably should have returned this, because that's costing us 70 something per day. So if we go on this, what have we got here then? Ooh, we're almost, oh no, that's water. Damn. We are still way off. Takes ages. Takes a long time to produce these mushrooms. That's 350 litres we've got so far. That's almost a day's worth of growth. So there's probably going to be quite a few days before we actually get a harvest out of that. Which, I mean, it just keeps ticking over by itself, so it's a bit of a steady income stream that we don't have to worry about too much. Just leave it to do its thing. What do they call it? Passive. That's it. Passive income. But I've got a feeling that today is probably going to be maybe a 2-day episode, January and February, because I don't think we've got a huge amount of stuff to do. We should have this fermented. Annoying that it hasn't come up without having that on. Be nice if it just came up in the corner. Fermented 100%. Yeah, so we're good to go with that. And another little job that we might do is to go and cut out that tree over there. That would mean that needs cultivating, which is a bit annoying. I should have done this yesterday, but I didn't, so be it. So that would probably also, once we cultivated, that would need lime. I think we'll just leave it until next time. I think every 4 years maybe you need lime putting on. But another thing for today is probably going to be fertilizing. Now, looking at these fields, where's the fertilizer is the next one, isn't it? So there's only 2 stages of fertilizer. I would like there to be 3 if we could, because rolling puts an application of fertilizer on, and technically once we harvest, if we didn't swath, we could put another layer of fertilizer on that way as well, so it's a bit annoying. So yeah, I might have to look to see if there's a mod for that, because I would like to be able to put extra applications of fertilizer. And thinking about it, that's probably why when I tried to roll this before, it didn't do it. What does it say actually if I go on the field? Fertilized 100%. Yeah, so we'll try and find a mod to sort that out, so we have to put more applications of fertilizer on. So I think first things first, then we're going to buy some fertilizer. Consumables. Now, what's the best way to do this? I do like the big bags. What's all this? Fertilizer and lime. They're only 500 litre bags though, and I think all of those are only 500 or 600 litres. So those are like 1 ton bags. That's a 2 ton bag. What the heck? So obviously you can see how much more expensive that is. Are these 2 ton? They're 1 ton. So you can either get these, which are quite handy for moving around, and we can lift those up. We could have kept the other fertilizer spreader, because we can lift those up from the bottom, whereas we have to lift these up from the top, so you always have to drop the implement. So I'll go with these actually. We can get those delivered. So should we go for, how many can we get? Should we go 4 or 5? 5 is as much as we can actually get. Find used. 5. Let's go with 4. That should be okay. We'll do the delivery. Now, it says when you use the delivery. I don't see any option not to use the delivery, which is a bit frustrating. I would like to have the option of when I pick it up or when I get it delivered. See, that noise means that it's been delivered. So there. So we'll get those put in here. I noticed with these, I shouldn't have put them that way round. I don't know what I was thinking. They should just be stacked. So I can just drive straight in and just stack them in those corners coming down this way. Still. I'm learning. Kind of. Oh, we need to open that first, don't we? And the spreader's in here as well, so that's handy. So we'll get the first one loaded into the actual spreader, and then we'll drop the rest off there. I don't think we'll need a huge amount.
Okay, well let's get these put away and see you in a few minutes.
But she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. Guitar.
Okay, so we'll leave that one there, and we'll actually go and use the other tractor for the actual spreading. That way we can keep the front loader attachment on that one to fill it up when we need to. Got anything on the back? Good. And I think it's going to be pretty good to do to get precision farming at some point, just to make this a bit more of a challenge. Not that I really need it to be more of a challenge at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see whether this actually is, now that it's fertilizer, whether this has a wider spread. Why can I not steer? Is this really back heavy or something? I really need to figure out how to do all the how to sort out my steering. Yep, we've got no steer. We've got all the weights on the back of this. Well, once this starts to empty, we should be okay. I guess that the four-wheel drive one is a little bit heavier. Yeah, this is definitely wider now. Definitely not going down as much. Right, just try and get that right up to the edge so I don't miss too much. Still missing a bit. It's annoying. come back to that. Down the hill. Stick close to that edge. Oh yeah, this is going to last us forever. Be quite good then to do a couple of fertilising contracts. So yeah, we're not going to use GPS. I'm going to try and play this one a bit more realistically. I guess in real life, if you didn't have GPS, then again you just got to try and wing it. Yeah, I mean look at that, 15%. It's not bad. We will go and just get that little last bit along there. Might as well. And there's a tiny little bit of that top corner there. Might as well just go and quickly get that as well. So it's there we go. Lovely. Now if we do this field and then we've got to do that other one as well actually, so hopefully we're alright going up the hill. And then that does mean that our ground then will be ready for the crops, and I think maybe we'd have to do a bit of weeding, but other than that they should be all good until they're fully grown. Can't stop and I can't turn. It's still too heavy. Well, I'll just quickly finish these off. Meet you at the end of that field. Notice that what's really cool is the tyre tracks when you're driving on the lime, they stay as this like limey kind of colour, which is really cool. It's almost like it's been trodden into the ground, whereas if you go over the normal the fertilised ground, it doesn't have that that white effect to it. Very nice touch, and pretty cool that you leave these dirty tyre tracks onto the yard after you've been in the field like that as well. So we'll just quickly put this away, drop it, which is that one that I kept pressing. You might notice that I also almost went into the water down there as well, which wasn't on purpose at all. It just would not stop, and then it finally stopped right on the edge and started to slip forwards. But we'll attach that to the trailer because we'll use this one to ferry backwards and forwards and the other one to scoop because it's got the weight on the back, and at least that way we don't have to keep taking the weight off, putting the trailer on, blah blah blah. It's just making that a lot easier. One thing I was going to look at, yeah, so we've got this field over here. It's massive. Do we own the whole thing? Oh my god, that's a missed opportunity if I'm not putting crops in that. Does it go all the way down there? It does. Blow me a neck. It would take an age to prep, and we'd need to get rid of some of these. Oh, you can't get rid of those trees. Maybe get rid of these. Those are the ones that look like big oaks. You'd have to keep them. So yeah, I was going to mow this because this could be our pasture. It's just full of weeds though. I wonder if we can spray it. That'll be a job for another day, I think. So I guess now let's just have a look at what our prices are like for the Doodama flip. Prices, silage. I don't think that's changed, to be honest. So where was that one then? Let's have a look. Down here. That is closer. We've already been there. Let's go and check this one out. Get this started. Do with cleaning these, really. One off. It's not R. Oh yeah, it is. R. I think maybe once I did this before, but I couldn't remember how I actually got rid of it. To think what the state of my farm would be if I had one in real life. Everything would be covered in dents. Well, the biggest issue with this is that you don't have any kind of depth of field. So it's really hard to tell whether you're close to something or not. Right, anyway, we'll get this loaded up and then we'll head over to that new sale point. And we'll see what that's like. Really, we're also getting a joystick for using this. That'd be really handy. Right, I'll see you in a short while. Place is it? Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it? So come in here. So I can't remember what we sold for last time. We've got to open the gates. Bells, bells. It's a bit of a swizz. I can't even remember what we got per trailer load, so I mean, I think it is better than last time. Looking at the way things have gone on there, on the sell prices, the graph seems to show that it's gone up. How's this doing then? Maybe a couple of grand per trailer? No, not quite, is it? £1.5 grand. Not bad. Right, well, let's get the rest of this. Take your bets for what we're going to end up on. I'm going to say we're going to be on about 10 grand.
I think you got away somehow. Did you get away somehow? I think you got away somehow. Did you get away somehow? Way somehow, way somehow. Best way out is always through. I think you got away somehow. Did you get away somehow?
decided we are going to put that thing on the belt. A belt system. Really hoping that that will reach up onto the trailer. It should do, shouldn't it? 5,370. Let's just, if it doesn't work, then we'll, well, I don't know what we'll have to do. Be a bit of a bugger, but, so, oh yeah, that'll work, won't it? Surely we can tip that up a bit more. Okay, so we were in that. Please start the engine. I have to have these on. So probably have to check that out. She's fast. She's way up. We'll bung this over into the pile over here. Tell you what, before we do that actually, we will shift all this right the way down to that other end. Right, let's get back in this. So we're going to scoop that. Shunt it all down. We're going to do the same for this edge here. Push it all up against that back wall. Check for the least equipment. Don't want to go and break it all, do we? Against there. Okay, back in this. That way. And then if we put that in the middle, it's got a mind of its own. And I think as long as this is like tucked into there, keep on, drive like that, bung that right up high like that. Beautiful, and then stop engine, silage fill 51,000. Ooh, there's a few more trailer loads. More. So let's see how this works. Hopefully once I just go underneath it, it should then start to... Massive, isn't it? Yeah, so it's quite that big. Let's just try and reverse it a bit better than that. So we're now under. Are we? Have I not quite gone underneath it? We have to maybe we have to press R. Fill me up, Scotty. Okay. This better work. Do we? Okay. That's started. Please don't tell me that it can't do silage. Oh, I can't do silage. Flipping Nora. I should have looked. That's my own fault, that is. Can this one do silage? No. Can this do? Must be able to do that one. That one can. That's the one I needed. God darn it. Unreal. So I'm going to have to lease this one now. That one can do a lot. Tell you what we'll do, we'll see if we can find anything a bit better than that. I'm sure we can. Start off with sending that back then, shall we? That was a waste of money. How do we do this? That. Vehicles, there we go. So we want to return that. A hoosive waste of money. Right, let's just save and then we can go and find something on Mod Hub. Right, well, unfortunately, no dice. There was one that looked suitable. The rest, it was just way over the top. This one, yes, it does silage. Charging hopper. Standard. I feel like that would be the one to use, surely. 5 meter, 6 meter. How much is this to buy? Maybe £2,000, £2,500. Might be worth just getting it, you know. It's going to save us a huge amount of money in the long run. Make it look a bit old. It doesn't cost us any extra money. Might as well get something that's going to match our tractor. Black legs. Black cover. Black wheels. Yeah, black wheels. I guess we're going to buy that then. Probably a bit silly. So how do we get that around there? Do we have to... Yeah, just drive it. Start the engine. What engine? Ooh. Here we go. I'm surprised that you can't... I mean, this would be a pain in the backside, wouldn't it? There's no... Is that a tow hitch? You'd hope it was, because if we had to go and fetch that from the shops, that would have been a right nightmare. Cruise control. It's going to be tall enough, should be. So we're going to shove that in there. And then we're going to go and get in this tractor. Fire her up. And then nothing happens. Now, you said that you could do it, didn't you? Oh, there you go, B. Absolutely cracking. Although saying that, that's taken forever. See, I can't wait until we got auto drive on. So that essentially, I think technically you could just start to... God, it's taking forever. And that's alright, it's actually quite realistic. Theoretically, you could load up one of these, send this guy off, and have your next trailer kind of loading up whilst they're heading off to the shops. Would it be better if I was just loading that up with the bucket? But, right, got a full load. Beacons on. Our lights on. See how much better this one gets up the hill. I'll swap to the one that we were using before, the sail point. Just because the other one just seemed a bit further away, and we're getting essentially £1 per litre extra, I think, which is just not really worth it. Not worth the extra time. Let's see how this gets up here. Flip, watch the snowman. I need to sort this steering out, I really do. I mean, it's not much better, is it, really? Might be worth upgrading the tractor if we can get an engine upgrade on it. I don't think it's any better, if I'm honest. Right, well, after that little bit of a delay, let's get on with this selling. The 10 grand at the end might still just about be possible. Yeah, somewhere near, I reckon. We would have had more, but we've been buying both useless stuff and useful stuff. Did I say useful twice? Useless and useful. Yep, it's a lesson learned. That is, always check to make sure that what you're buying is compatible with what you need it for. Messed up there, didn't I? Anyway, on with the show. That's a bit strange now. The silage pit is empty. Does it just tell me how much of certain things that I've got? Silage, it says I've got nothing, so why is that still filling? But then the last time, I'm sure it said that we got 50 some odd thousand litres. And we've only done 2 trailer loads. Well, let's see. I don't know whether me pushing it up that back wall had any kind of impact on it. I guess we'll see.
This is not a drill. This is fatal attraction. These are times of crowds of passion. One of us gonna get hurt. Took a shot for the magic, but we're crashing into tragic. One of us gonna get hurt.
So it's still going. I mean, that's very strange. I don't know why. Let's have a look to see if we jump in here, does it tell us what its fill level is or something? So that is, yeah, it's going down, so it's all just in the auger. That's got 24,000 litres in it. There's going to be another 2 trailer loads. 3 trailer loads. Very strange, I wonder why it does that. So the TARDIS inside there, I guess. I realised that this is going to be really handy actually for when we got that grain store. Once we've got the grain and stuff put into here, just like that. That's going to be really handy to bring that auger in and just load everything up from that. So it was worth buying, I think. Nearly full, and then we'll be getting back to it. Back on the road. Okay, so that's all the silage done. Let's go drop this last load off. And then what are we on now? We're on almost 5 o'clock. Got like a pile of something in the yard. It's strange. So I'll drop this off. See how much we get. And then we've got to figure out what our next move is going to be. We need to get a planter, but it's January and February. From what I can remember, it's going to be, I think it was March, when we can actually get the crops in, or start to get them in anyway. Grass, I think it said we could pretty much do any time. But we need something with a bit more power to get up here. But for 8,000, I don't think we're going to get anything, are we? There's probably not going to be a lot more that we can do today. We could do with some more contracts to do, but I guess that'll probably be coming, say when we've got the drill. Once we've hired that out, we can then probably look at also doing a couple of drilling contracts as well. Worth doing. Try and do as much as we can in the one day, so we only pay for the one day's rent. And was that part of the rules? I can't remember now. Did we say we have to use our own equipment to do contracts? Got a nasty feeling that I did. But I stuck to the rules, I guess. Because I don't think this 3,556 litres of silage is going to be making too much of an impact on our bank balance. Let's see. I mean, it's taken a ridiculous amount of time to get all that silage in because I've been umming and ahhing and faffing about. Yeah, there always seems to be a person there every time I come round. So what was that? 400 and something. So let's see actually what we've got in the contracts folder. What's this one? Hire purchasing. Oh yeah, I got another mod, which I was hoping to replace the financing option with it because I wasn't a huge fan of that. It wasn't quite realistic enough. So we've got cultivating field 28. Yeah, there's no chance. That is at 50 acres, not cultivating with our little piddly cultivator. 16 grand there. Dead wood. And some transporting of logs. Yeah, and they're not going to fit in our little trailer, are we? If we do these, they have to be, we have to do it properly. Can't be using super strength, anything like that. So we're in January, February. Planting, we can start to plant cotton if we don't want to. And that's it. That's strange. Not even grass. So next month might be a bit of a quick month. It doesn't actually look like there's much we can do. For now, get this trailer back to the yard, and then we'll have a look to see how our mushrooms are getting on. Now, where do we want to put trailers? Put it in here. Next to the cultivator, maybe? Well, to be fair, it probably would be better in the other shed round the corner. That's alright for now. Not too much of a problem, whilst I haven't really got much kit. Just have a look. We've got a few more mods that have come through actually for old tractors. There was some John Deere's that looked pretty tempting. 25 grand. That for 12. I was tempted to... I thought I got more than that. Because at the moment we've got two of those that are the same. I was quite tempted to maybe try and get a John Deere. But it feels a bit like at 70 horsepower, that's not really going to be worth getting, is it? There's no way of upgrading that either. Well, let's see what's the new hire purchase thing. Hire purchase. Choose length in years. You can do 10 years. 10 years, and say we put a 10% deposit down. So, oh geez. Option 1, interest rate, they're all 4%. Monthly costs, final fees. Okay, so in that case, you just own it outright. Total cost 14. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? Because the other one, you could only go up to 4 years. And if you're buying 100 grand's worth of tractor, there's no way that you're going to be like, oh, can I pay that off over 4 years? Surely not. So I really like the fact that you can, what's the maximum you can go to 10 years? It makes more sense, doesn't it? I mean, if you're feeling a bit flush and you want to put like 50% in, makes it well cheap. Good way of just getting some more kit on the farm as well. 70 grand, that'd be pretty good because you can get the 135 horsepower. And again, I want to keep them fairly small scale for this farm. Don't want to get anything stupid. So with that one, closed cabin without plastic. Open cabin, you definitely wouldn't have open cabins in this country. Power chip. What's that then? 135. That's pretty good. Wheel setup. Narrow. I do prefer with all round treaded tyres. There's something quite old school about that. Standard. That's the US one. Standard. That's an option down the line. I don't know why I thought we had actually got something else. Which one's that? This is 140. So is that I am really tempted with one of these. Front weights, yes. Does this one, can you front loader it? No. It's got a front hitch, but not a front PTO. Is that right? PTO? I can't even remember what the things are called now. What PTO meant, please turn over. Oh. Wouldn't mind that. But on a farm like this, that is ridiculous. Okay, well, let's go and drive this around and we'll go and see how our mushrooms are getting on. But it's 5:45. Dinner will be on the table soon. Oh, we've still got the water tank, haven't we? We haven't taken that back yet. Where is it? This one, yeah. I might just buy that. See, if that was on hire purchase, it'd be great. It's only like 12 grand. 1,200 quid, wasn't it, I think? This means you're not having to spend it. So I'll leave that. Leave that doing that. So it did just say then, didn't it? So we've got... Yeah, water, okay, that's full. So we need to stop that in a minute. Oyster mushrooms, yeah, we've still not even got a full pallet yet. I don't think there's any way that we can speed this process up. There's no option for like fertilizer or anything. You just gotta go with it. But we said that the oyster mushrooms were much better off, and we were much better off with those, so we'll stick with them. Let's have a little look. Vehicles. Bit annoyed that I bought that and it's useless. Is there a thing for rented? Oh, that one. That one's rented. That one's rented as well. No. Don't think I've got anything else leased. So that's a... I think we might have to return that. And then I think we might then go and just buy one. What have we got? Where would it be? Water tanks. It's down there. Ooh, it's 7,800. That's more than I remember. My days. Do these accessories, they don't do anything, do they? So 650 quid for some junk. We're not going to get the accessories. But we are going to hire purchase. We're going to do it over 1 year. Monthly cost is 600. That's a 50% deposit. Oh, I messed up. I messed up big style, didn't I? We'll leave that for now. And we're going to turn the engine off, lights off. And we're going to leave it there, I think. Made decent progress today. Made some money. Is there any way of finding out what we have actually earned today? Finances. New vehicles. Totals in January. Well, we lost money today. We've made 10,000 off harvest income. That is rubbish, isn't it, for what we've done? Oh my days. Miscellaneous costs. Fertilizer costs. 7,600. Oh, yeah. That's all the lime, isn't it? Vehicle leasing. Oh my god. Vehicle leasing. Not leasing. I haven't leased anything today. And new vehicles, 2,500. It's an expensive old job. But hey. Little part of the fun. We got a little concrete pad here as well. That's now useless. yes, we'll leave that there today. We'll get on to some contracting work tomorrow probably. See if we can make a bit of extra cash, because we do need it. We've got nothing else to sell now. Got no more crops. But everything else is now ready to go. We're fertilized. That sounded really weird. The fields are all fertilized. What's that? Seed bed. I wonder what I don't know what the difference. Stubble tillage. Stubble tillage. These aren't cultivated. I'm really confused. We did this field. That does look different, doesn't it? Ribbit. Yeah, I think maybe that cultivator that we've got then doesn't actually cultivate. So we need to look into that. So when we do get our drill, we've got to be really careful here, because if we get a drill that isn't a direct drill, this might not be ready to put anything in. Might need to get ourselves a little cultivator, but we'll deal with that next time. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please do give a like and a subscribe. It really helps the channel out, helps me grow. And I will see you next time in February. Bye for now.